Okay, so it's 5 after. Hey, Les, I heard you had a question about why the Welcome Circle is the way it is. Should we talk about it?
Yeah, and thank you, Mary. I
Mhm.
have been to a good number of cuddle parties,
Mhm.
and regardless of who's facilitating, they're all pretty much the same length and cover all of the same ideas that, I'm so familiar with and that I enjoy so much. Um,
Mhm.
but, I've had to create the intention for myself to remember that this is for the newcomer. I have to remind myself that um, it's remedial for me, but it's not for me necessarily. So let me hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, yeah, I hear that a lot from people who've been to a lot of parties that they think the Welcome Circle is too long and they just want to get to the cuddling because they've heard it all before, right? Yeah, so couple thoughts on that. Yes, we do need to have all of the information there for the newcomer every time. There's going to be somebody new that's there, and these ideas are going to blow their mind, and it's going to be really heavy for them, even though for you who've heard it, 100 times, it doesn't feel heavy anymore. You're used to it, right? Just like if you graduated high school, you can read a book, but when you're in kindergarten, like it's hard. You have to go a letter at a time, right? So, yeah, so we have to do that every time because there's probably going to be new people. Um, and it is for you. It is for everybody that is there in that community in that moment of time. Because you might hear something a little differently that might land for you differently, or you might be in a different place that day, so that what you heard that you thought you got the last time is going to blow your mind this time because whatever your experience is for this moment, you heard it now. And you might hear it from a different facilitator in a different way that can land for you. So it is important to not check out during the welcome circle, even if you've heard it, 100,000 times, and be engaged. Because the other reason why the welcome circle is the way that it is to create a sense of community for the people that are there in that moment in time together, so that you are engaging in the ideas together with all the other people that are there with you right then. So you know that you're creating the shared community, and everybody knows that you have the same understanding as the next person there that you're creating the agreements with. And by the time you get through the welcome circle, it works really well because people are like, "Oh, I'm ready to go," right? I'm when maybe when you first walked in, everybody's like, "Ooh, these are all strangers," but now we've been through the workshop and we've done exercises together and we've had conversation for more than an hour, and it's designed to help people be ready to connect with each other. And so that's why it's important for even folks that have been to many cuddle parties to still be engaged in the welcome circle every time. How does that feel?
That feels right. While you
Yeah.
were explaining it, I was thinking about all the times when I was at a cuddle party um, in the very beginning, which
Mhm.
I managed to get to a few. It did take time, to uh, well, more than just get comfortable, to you know feel like I was part of the community,
Mhm.
and feel
Yeah.
like I was um, there, to to look after and develop my own sense of boundaries and the value of my own consent and the value of everybody else's boundaries and their consent. There just seemed to be something a lot more natural about it than other kinds of experiences in my life where it
Mm.
was just sort of handed down, sometimes even on a handout.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
it just
sometimes you just get a list of like, here's the
right,
agreement, so that.
it
Mm.
becomes meaningless, but
Mm.
when
Yeah.
it's um ritualized and
Mhm.
made into something, to observe and uh, practice
Yeah,
every
it's about
time,
practice. Hmm.
then it tends to belong to me a little more.
Yeah, yeah. And the thought that came to me while you were talking is, if you've been to, if as you and I have been to so many, and you have the tendency to be like, I know this stuff and kind of check out, maybe the way to look at it is that, yeah, I've got the material. So what I'm here to do is connect with the people that I'm gonna try to connect with later. Like I'm gonna get to know the people in the circle as people are engaging and talking and asking questions and doing the exercises together. And this is your opportunity to kind of set out feelers of like, who do I want to connect with? What are they saying that they want to talk about that I might want to talk with them about? Like, just kind of have your ideas maybe focus there. Like, this, I know the material. So the question that the thing that I'm trying to accomplish now is getting to know these folks and figuring out who I might want to connect with on a more personal level later. It's another
Right,
way to look at it.
right. And it makes it a lot more familiar and
Mhm.
gives me more confidence that, somebody I might be, you know, considering asking to cuddle with, or, that I may recognize wants to cuddle with me. It's better if I know that they know what they're doing, you know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That they are engaged in the material and they understand it too. That is what we're doing. Like we're trying to create the common understanding with all of us and the understanding that everyone else understands the way that we do, right?
Right.
Yeah.
To avoid the feeling, and how many different, kinds of meetings and gatherings and conferences
Mhm.
where, it's already familiar and it's being presented again, and sometimes just with a handout,
Mhm.
and all you can think is, well, I know this and you know this, but do they know this? You know,
Right. Yeah. Does everybody know this the
the
way that I
way
know
it's
it?
done, yeah, the
Yeah.
way it's done at one of our cuddle parties,
Hmm.
it's as confident as I can be that by the time it's over with, everybody will know what they're doing.
Right. And maybe you know that you have the understanding, but you are also there to demonstrate to everyone else there that you have the understanding, right? So
Right.
that's another point of it.
Yeah. That it's
So
modelable. It's not something like overhead and out of reach, that
right.
anybody here can do
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, we can all come together to create a common understanding. So that's why it's important to engage in the welcome circle every time. So, yep,
Thank you for answering that. I appreciate that.
you're welcome. Thanks for talking with me about it.
You're welcome.
Good.